This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
You're watching headlines now on Ndtv-Hindu. Welcome to the show. I am Ramanathan, bringing you the big stories of the day. Our focus on the show tonight: the Supreme Court drafts the state government for regularizing illegal constructions and squashing the plans of a parking lot in T Nagar. Lokpriya joins us from Ground Zero, and the Corporation Commissioner D. Karthikeyan himself joins us on the show to answer the tough questions. Also, the NLC saga goes on, and more people now joining the strike. Ashwat Kumar with the details, and also the latest person to join the AIDMK, actor Radha Ravi Shabir, with the details of his possible snub to the Congress, which he of course denies. Natasha will of course join us later to give us all the action from the sports desk. Well, my colleagues will just join you with all those stories now, but let's take a quick look at the headlines. Setback for the City Corporation as the Apex Court squashes plans for multi-level parking in T Nagar, slams the state government for allowing illegal constructions. After rife speculations on him joining Congress, actor Radha Ravi joins the AIDMK, dismisses him joining the Congress as a rumour. NDTV exclusive. Two men surrender for the murder of Alangudi District DMK Municipality Secretary. Normal life disrupted after he's hacked to death this morning. Union Minister Alagiri sends a defamation notice to Jaya TV and a newspaper for allegedly concocting a tussle between him and A. Raja. Railways in a fix-it mode as he introduces new trains to combat the season rush. Passengers line up early to grab the tickets. And TS team for the Kiwis series announced, selectors retain the winning combination. Let's also take a quick look at the stories making headlines across the nation. Income tax raid on several BJP MLAs in Bangalore and Bellary, as well as the Reddy brothers' personal assistants. Allegations that the army took a high-rise complex in Mumbai's Kolaba area in the name of war, widows and veterans, but gave flats to top generals and politicians. West isn't responsible for the violence of the Taliban and other extremist groups, but says they are simply opposed to our worldview. And Harbhajan and Srishant put the infamous slap behind them. Bhaji apologizes. Shri says they are family. So, top story tonight. The Supreme Court today gave a big blow to the City Corporation and asked tough questions to the state government. It's a setback for the big parking plans of the City Corporation. The Supreme Court today upheld the earlier Madras High Court order squashing the City Corporation's plan of constructing a multi-story parking lot in the place of the Natesan Park in T Nagar. The project received a lot of flack from local residents as well. Meanwhile, the court has also slammed the Tamil Nadu government for allowing and regularizing illegal constructions in Chennai. These remarks from the Supreme Court came while rejecting Chennai Corporation's proposal to build underground parking facility in T Nagar. The Tamil Nadu government had proposed the construction of an underground parking area to decongest the area. The Supreme Court, however, maintained that the 60-year-old park will be lost if the construction is allowed. Our reporter Lokpriya now joins us from Ground Zero, T Nagar, where it must be a very happy day for the residents who have been repeatedly voicing their concerns against this project. So Lokpriya, a victory for the T Nagar and its nature-loving residents.
Yes, Ram, definitely it is a big day of victory for the residents of T Nagar. I'm right now in the Ground Zero level, the playground that is the contention, which is on Venkat Narayana Street. And if you can see behind me, this is a very, very huge playground where there is a good facility of the basketball ground which is present. And you can see there is a well-lit ground with a gallery facility. And this is also the place where there is a lot of state-level matches that take place. You can see even now the students are undergoing a training session, and there is a gallery which can accommodate a lot of people. So it's basically a very buzzing place, and the residents over here mainly contended that if an underground parking comes up, then the two-year time period at which the construction will take place, they will be at a loss because they won't have the facility of an say a basketball ground, and also for the park for walking purposes. Early in the evening, you can see many elderly people who will be walking. So they all said that the cost of development should not be at the cost of the residents' fundamental rights. So that's the thing that they contended, and they are indeed a very, very happy lot. And they say that their right has been recognized, and they're indeed very happy with the Supreme Court's verdict.
But this is, Lokpriya, but this is, if you can tell us quickly, this is definitely not the first time the court has wrapped the state government as well for regularizing illegal constructions.
Yes, Ram, definitely. This from the Supreme Court comes after almost a couple of months before when the Supreme Court even said that Chennai is becoming highly unlivable. In a sense that yes, Supreme Court has come down heavily on the state government and has in fact criticized it for encouraging the illegal construction, Ram.
Right, Lokpriya, thank you for joining us from Ground Zero there. In fact, Lokpriya, they're joining us from Venkatnarayana Road outside that park where that supposed multi-storied parking lot was supposed to be built. We're also now joined by D. Karthikeyan, the Corporation Commissioner, who has just taken up charge after Rajesh Lakoni there. Sir, thanks a lot for joining us in Headlines Now. But then your reaction to begin with on the Supreme Court's verdict quashing the Chennai Corporation underground parking in Venkatnarayana Road.
Yeah, the corporation planned for a multi-level car parking underneath one of its playgrounds in T Nagar in Venkatnarayana Road. Unfortunately, the Honorable Supreme Court has, not admitted our special leave petition. The Honorable First Bench of the High Court rejected our plan, and then in a writ petition in a public interest litigation filed by a citizen. And now that the Honorable Supreme Court has also dismissed our SLP, we will not be in a position to go for this program. We will look for an alternate site within T Nagar to construct a multi-level car parking facility.
Right, sir, but the situation begs the question, why was the underground parking proposed in the first place in that site, especially when there was litigation involved and when the residents are definitely opposed to the project?
I don't think all the residents were unhappy with this proposal. The idea of corporation was not to do away with the playground. Only during the construction period of say about 18 months, people will not have this facility. But actually what corporation planned was to have a multi-level car parking underneath this playground and then redo the playground once again. So whoever was using this facility will not be deprived of this facility. They will continue to use it after the period of execution. So people will definitely welcome this because already this road is very congested. There are a lot of parking related issues in T Nagar. The plan was to decongest that parking problem and then solve it.
Well, sir, you're still justifying the plan there to build that multi-storied parking lot. But then, so we understand that this, of course, does not solve the problem. There still is a lot of traffic there. So what are your other plans to decongest traffic in Chennai and more specifically around that area in T Nagar?
In Chennai, we are already planning for 2 multi-level car parking facilities, one in Greaves Road and one in Broadway, that is in Paris Corner. So these 2 facilities will come up and there is no hassle with that. In T Nagar, yes, we do have a problem of space. Definitely we'll look for an alternate site and come up with alternate proposal.
Right, sir, Dr. D. Karthikeyan, thanks a lot for joining. Corporation Commissioner Jha, they're joining us on Headlines Now. Thanks a lot for joining, sir. Moving on to the political news, is it yet another actor disappointing the Congress in Tamil Nadu? Ahead of the 2011 elections, famous actor-producer Radha Ravi has now joined the AIADMK. He met the chief AIADMK chief Jayalalitha today to join the party formally. There were rife speculations following his meeting with the AICC General Secretary Rahul Gandhi last week that he was going to join the Congress. However, the film actor, who also acts in television series, now has joined the AIADMK. In fact, Radha Ravi joined us for an exclusive phone interview right here on Ndtv-Hindu. He has denied any plans of joining the Congress and dismissed them as rumours.
Meeting Rahul Gandhi is a fact. That was on behalf of my Nadigar Sangam, South Indian Artists Association. I met as a secretary. But joining in Congress was a rumor. And meeting my party president and Madam Jayalalitha is a fact. And of course, rejoining ADMK is a fact. And
right.
for our work and sincerity, of course, Madam Jayalalitha, she gave me a seat in Hyderabad constituency in the midterm poll.
Our reporter Shabir Ahmed. Shabir, this points perhaps to the fact that it is increasingly becoming important for any political party in the state to have a face which people can identify with ahead of those crucial polls next year, Shabir.
Yes, definitely, Ram, because these familiar faces will actually reach the people, and their campaign strategy is based on these faces. In fact, DMK has roped in Khushbu, and in fact, Khushbu already said that she will be joining Congress, but DMK was the first one to approach her. And also now Radha Ravi had received an invitation from Congress, but he preferred to join AIADMK. And also SV Segar, who is also an actor, he met Rahul Gandhi last month, and in fact he has also made it clear that he will be joining any party, but that decision will be taken soon. So now there is a whole lot of demand for actors and celebrities from political parties ahead of the 2011 Assembly elections, Ram.
Right, Shabir, thank you for joining us with those details. Of course, we'll have to wait and watch how those elections turn out. Well, time for a quick break, but on the other side, the Diwali rush is an all-time high, but train passengers disappointed with tickets vanishing too fast.